Hi friends, welcome back to UFJ channel. So last class we have discussed some problems from mechanics topic. Now today we'll solve some more problems from mechanics. So యాంత్రిక శాస్త్రంలో already మనం కొన్ని problems discuss చేసాం. So మరికొన్ని problems discuss చేద్దాం. So the very first question. A body of mass 30 kg is at rest. A force of 5 Newton is applied on it. Calculate the work done in the first second. So body of mass and what is the mass of the object? The mass of the object m is equal to 30 kgs and the object is at rest. So when the object is at rest, it means initial velocity u equal to 0 meter per second and a force of 5 Newton is applied on it. F equal to 5 newtons, F equal to 5 newtons. Calculate the work done in the first second. Calculate the work done. So work done calculate cheyali annappudu work equal to formula enti work equal to F dot S ani antam leda force into displacement ani anta work equal to force into displacement. So ఇక్కడ already మనకు force ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది. So we need to calculate the amount of displacement. So a particular 1 second లో object అనేది ఎంత దూరం ప్రయాణించింది. So initial గా object ఎక్కడ ఉంది? Initial గా suppose that this is an object of mass 30 kg అనుకుందాం. Right, the object of mass 30 kg. So ఈ object is at a velocity of 0 meter per second అంటే object is at rest. So, this object means the moment you are applying a force of 5 Newton, then 5 Newton force apply chesinapudu 1 second lo enta dooram prayaninchindi, enta dooram cover chesindi. So, we are supposed to calculate the displacement here. Right. So, for that particular thing, S value calculate cheyali. So, S equal to ut plus half 80 square ani antam. S equal to ut plus half 80 square. So initial velocity ఎంత ఉంది 0. Initial velocity 0 కాబట్టి S equal to 1 by 2 into A into T square. 1 by 2 into A into T square అని అంటాం. So at the same time we don't know the value of A. So we need to calculate the value of A first. So A value ఎలా calculate చేస్తామో F equal to M into A అని అంటాం. F equal to M into A. లేదా from this particular thing A equal to F by M, A equal to F by M. So, in the force ichchadu, force is nothing but 5 newtons. At the same time, what is the mass of the object? 30 kgs. So, A value equal to 1 by 6 meter per second square. So, now what will be the displacement? Displacement equal to 1 by 2 into 1 by 6 into time enta. So what's the time that is given to us? Time is equal to 1 second. Time equal to 1 second. Kabatti 1 square or else you can even write S equal to 1 by 12 meters. S equal to 1 by 12 meters. This is the displacement in 1 second. Then in that particular case, work equal to how much? Work equal to force into displacement, that is equal to what is the force? 5. Displacement in the 1 by 12. So that is equal to work done equal to 5 by 12 joules and work done equal to 5 by 12 joules. So approximately you will be getting around 0.4 mOs. So 0.4 joules and the symbol 5 by 12 joules and this is the answer for this one. Right? Next question. Calculate the amount of work done in raising a block of mass 50 kgs through a height of 40 centimeters. Right? So already we have discussed in theory classes, already we discussed this. So the moment you're talking about the case of your work done, so work done anedi, it can be positive ayundochu. Later the work done can be negative, at the same time the work done can be even 0 ani anta. So when the work done is positive, so force and displacement rendu kuda oke direction lo unnappudu, right, force and displacement both are in same direction, then in that particular case work done is said to be positive work ani antam. For example, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సపోజ్ ద టేబుల్. సో టేబుల్ మీద ఉన్న ఒక బాక్స్ కావచ్చు లేదా టేబుల్ మీద ఉన్న ఒక బుక్ అనుకుందాం. సో ఈ పర్టికులర్ బాక్స్ ని మనము లిఫ్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం. లిఫ్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం అంటే ఏంటి, పైకి లేపుతున్నాం. పైకి లేపుతున్నప్పుడు ఆబ్జెక్ట్ డెఫినెట్లీ గాల్లో ఉంటుంది. అంటే దిస్ పర్టికులర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఇక్కడ నుండి మనం ఇక్కడ షిఫ్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం. వెన్ యూఆర్ లిఫ్టింగ్ దిస్ టు దిస్ పర్టికులర్ హైట్, దెన్ ఈ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ని లిఫ్ట్ చేయాలి అన్నప్పుడు, అంటే ఈ పుస్తకం కావచ్చు, బాక్స్ కావచ్చు, ఎనీథింగ్ కుడ్ బి రైట్. ఈ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ మనం లిఫ్ట్ చేయాలి అన్నప్పుడు ఖచ్చితంగా దీని మీద బలం అనేది యూ నీడ్ టు అప్లై ద ఫోర్స్ ఓన్లీ ఇన్ ద అప్వర్డ్ డైరెక్షన్, ఓన్లీ ఇన్ ద అప్వర్డ్ డైరెక్షన్. So the moment you want to lift the object in the upward direction, force has to be applied in the upward direction. So here in this particular case, force is acting in the upward direction like this. So when you are applying a force, when you are applying some amount of force, the object is moving from this point to this point. So what is the displacement? So here in this particular case, displacement is equal to 40 centimeters. Or else if you convert this one into meters, then displacement will be equal to 0.4. Displacement will be equal to 0.4 meters in hand. So work equal to force into displacement in hand. Right. So here calculate the amount of work done in raising a block of mass. So what is a mass? Mass is equal to 5 kgs. At the same time, so here in this particular case, the displacement is nothing but height and anta, that is equal to 0.4 meters and rayochu, because that is nothing but the case of your 40 centimeters. మనం ఎప్పుడైతే మీటర్ లో కన్వర్ట్ చేస్తున్నామో you're writing this one as for 0.4 meters and రాస్తున్నాం. So at the same time, work కావాలి. So what is the formula for work? Work equal to force into displacement. But what is force? M into G into right, force equal to mass into acceleration, లేదా M into acceleration due to gravity. అలాగే S value ఏంటి? S is nothing but your H. So ఎంత హైట్ ఇక్కడ 40 centimeters, nothing but 0.4 meters. So what is the mass of the object? 5 kgs. G value ఎంత? 9.8. At the same time, what is the value of S or H? That is nothing but 0.4. So 9.8 into 5, that will give you around 49. 49 into 0.4. So 9 4s 36, 6 3 16, 19. So it is 19.6 joules. 19.6 joules. So object ni, whenever you are lifting the object in the upward direction, whenever you are lifting any particular object in the upward direction, the work done will be always a positive, because force and displacement are acting in the same direction. At the same time, suppose that oka chetlo unna object, right, mana chetlo unna object, for example laptop kavachu, leda oka gaaju item kavachu, could be a laptop or else could be a glass item. So that particular object, when you're trying to keep on a table, when you're trying to keep on the ground, you need to apply force in the upward direction, right? So that the object is not falling from your hand, you need to apply the force in the upward direction. At the same time, you are trying to place the object in the downward direction. So displacement is in the downward direction, force is in the upward direction. So here in this particular case, force and displacement are acting in the opposite directions. Therefore, the work done here in this particular case is a negative work. So whenever you are trying to place an object on the ground, on the table, then in that particular case, work done will be always negative. And whenever you are trying to lift a box in the upward direction, then in that particular case, the work done is positive, because force and displacement are acting in the same direction. Right? So here in this particular case, the work done is equal to how much? 19.6 joules. 19.6 joules. Then moving on to the next question. A person pushes a lawn roller. Lawn roller in the sense, the one which is used to cut grass in the gardens, right, through a distance of 10 meters. So here in this particular case, S value is given equal to 10 meters. If he is applying a force of 25 newtons, so force applied is equal to 25 newtons in a direction inclined at an angle 60 degrees. So lawn roller, the moment you're talking about the case of your lawn roller will be always pushed like this. So here in this particular case, the angle between the ground and the lawn roller, here this particular handle, it is something equal to 60 degrees. Find the work done by the person. Find the work done by the person. So here in this particular case, in any particular case, so whenever you're talking about the case of your work done, so work done formula ఏంటి అని అన్నప్పుడు W equal to F dot S అని అంటాం, లేదా work equal to F into S into cos theta, work equal to force into displacement into cos theta అని అంటాం. So where theta is the angle between the applied force and the direction in which the object is moving. So force ఏ direction లో apply చేస్తుంది. At the same time, the object is moving in which particular direction. It depends upon that particular thing. It depends upon that particular thing. So W equal to Fs cos theta అని అంటాం. So here in this particular case, so work equal to, what is the amount of force? Force is equal to 25 newtons. At the same time, what is the displacement? 10 meters. At the same time, what is the value of theta? Cos theta is nothing but 60 and so here it is, theta value is enta 60 and cos 60 degrees. Cos 60 degrees. So we need to find the value of cos 60. So cos 60 equal to 1 by 2. So 25 into 10, 250. 250 into 1 by 2, that's nothing but 125. So here in this particular case, the work done is equal to 125 joules. Right? Always remember here in this particular case. So whenever the value of theta is mentioned, theta value mentioned చేసినప్పుడు, in that particular case, we need to always take this one as W equal to Fs cos theta. At the same time, so theta value mention చేయకుండా force and displacement both are given, and if he is asking you to calculate simply the work done, then in that particular case work equal to Fs and rastam. Right? At the same time, suppose that the object is moving in this particular direction, right? And if the force is applied in this particular direction, and it's nothing but the case of your railway coolie and లేదా porter అని అంటాం. So a person who is carrying a luggage on his head, suppose that you are the person. So you are a person who is having some luggage on your head and you are moving from point A to point B. So here in this particular case, your movement is in this particular way. At the same time, the force that is applied by you on the object is in the upward direction. Why upward direction? Tala meeda unna ee object anedi kinda padaddu annappu kachithanga you need to apply force in the upward direction. When you don't want the object which is there on your head to fall onto the ground, then in that particular case, definitely you need to apply force in the upward direction. So here in this particular case, force is like this, the displacement is like this. It means the angle between them equal how much? 90 degrees. Cos 90 is how much? 0. So whenever you are applying force in the upward direction and if you are moving in the horizontal direction, then in that particular case, work done is equal to 0. But if at all you are moving at an angle like this, here what is the angle? The angle is not equal to 90 degrees. Here it is 60 degrees. Right? So in that particular case, some amount of work is done. So what is the work? 125 joules again. Then the next question. A body of mass 5 kg initially at rest is subjected to a force of 20 newtons. Right? The mass of the object is equal to 5 kgs. At the same time, force is equal to 20 newtons. What is the kinetic energy required by the body at the end of 10 seconds? At the end of 10 seconds, time is given equal to 10 seconds. So what we need to calculate here in this particular case, we need to calculate kinetic energy. So kinetic energy equal to formula in D half mv square. So do we know velocity? We don't know velocity. So velocity calculate cheyali. Right? For that, first find the value of acceleration, calculate cheyadam. So A equal to F by M ani antam. Acceleration equal to F by M. Why? Because we have a formula F equal to ma. So F equal to ma kabatti A equal to F by M. Force enti ichadu 20 newtons. What is the mass? 5 kgs. So Based on this one, you can write that A equal to 4 meter per second square. A equal to 4 meter per second square. This is acceleration. Now we need to find the value of V calculate cheyali. So how will you calculate the value of V? So V equal to U plus AT. V equal to U plus AT. So here in this particular case, object is initially at rest. Object is initially at rest, kabatti U value is how much? 0. So V equal to 0 plus, what is the acceleration? 4 meter per second square. What is the time? 10 seconds. So V equal to 40 meters per second. V equal to 40 meters per second. Velocity equal to 40 meters per second. Now calculate the value of kinetic energy. So kinetic energy formula in T, half mv square, that is equal to half into, what is the value of m? 5 kgs. At the same time, what is the value of v? 40. So 40 square kabatti 40 into 40. So 220 times 25 is 100. So 100 into 40, that is equal to 4,000 joules. Kinetic energy equal to 4,000 joules. Right? Then the next question. A bullet of mass 0.05 kgs, mass equal to 0.05 kgs, is moving with a velocity of 100 meter per second. It just penetrates a wall 10 centimeters thick. Wall thickness, right? So when the bullet is fired, it is passing through a particular wall which is having a thickness of 10 centimeters. Wall thickness equal to 10 centimeters. Calculate the resistive force of the wall on the bullet. So suppose that this is something like this. So here in this particular case, we have what a wall like this, a wall like structure. So from here, the moment you are firing a bullet, then in that particular case, the bullet is trying to penetrate the wall. The bullet is trying to penetrate the wall. But the wall will apply some amount of force. So you are trying to fire a particular bullet onto a particular wall. So goda anedi, bullet anedi mundu kadalakunda, it tries to apply some amount of resistive force. So మనం క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాల్సింది ఏంటి? గోడ బుల్లెట్ మీద ఎంత ఫోర్స్ అప్లై చేస్తుంది. సో బుల్లెట్ యొక్క వెలాసిటీ తగ్గాలి, బుల్లెట్ ముందుకు వెళ్లకుండా ఆగిపోవాలి. For that particular thing, what is the amount of force that is applied by the wall on the bullet? That is what we are going to calculate. Right? What is the mass? 0.05 kgs and here now velocity equal to 100 meters per second. And wall thickness in the 10 centimeters, or else you can even write this one as 0.1 meters, 0.1 meters. So here in this particular case, so when the bullet is moving, it means that it is having some amount of kinetic energy. So what is the amount of kinetic energy? Half mv square. And at the same time, the wall is trying to stop the bullet. Sorry. The wall is trying to stop the bullet. So bullet ni aapadaniki goda try chestante, it is doing some amount of work. So what is the work? Work is given by what? Force into displacement, and work equal to force into displacement. So here in this particular case, so the amount of kinetic energy of the bullet and the work done both will be equal. Ee rendu kuda equal unda. Why? Kinetic energy of the bullet anedi work ga maripotundi, because the bullet is coming to stop. So bullet agipotundi kabatti bullet kuna kinetic energy kasta work ga convert avutundi. It is the amount of work that is done by the wall, right? That is the reason why kinetic energy will become equal to work done. So what is the kinetic energy? Half into m into v square equal to force into displacement, right? So here in this particular case, what is the mass of the bullet? That is 0.05, and velocity in the 100 meters per second. So 100 into 100, that is equal to force we need to calculate cheyali. Displacement, wall thickness and the wall thickness is 0.1. Wall thickness is 0.1. I repeat this one. So when the bullet is moving, when the bullet is trying to penetrate the wall, so bullet అనేది గోడల్లోకి ఎంటర్ అవుతుంది, ఎంటర్ అవడానికి ట్రై చేస్తుంది. కానీ the movement of the bullet will be stopped by the wall. అందుకే ఏమంటాం, బుల్లెట్ కున్న కైనెటిక్ ఎనర్జీ ఏది ఉందో ఆ కైనెటిక్ ఎనర్జీ ఈస్ గెటింగ్ కన్వర్టెడ్ టు ద వర్క్ డన్ బై ద వాల్ ఇన్ స్టాపింగ్ ద బుల్లెట్. దట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ వై కైనెటిక్ ఎనర్జీ ఈక్వల్ టు వర్క్ అని అంటున్నాం. సో హాఫ్ ఇంటూ 0.05 ఇంటూ 100 దట్స్ ఈక్వల్ టు F ఇంటూ 0.1. సో హియర్ ఇన్ దిస్ పర్టికులర్ కేస్ 2 1 times at the same time 250 times 100 into 0.05, this is nothing but 5. 5 into 0.50 equal to F, and here in this case this is divided by 0.1 అని అంటాం. Or else you can even write F equal to 50 into 50. 0.1 పైకి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు it becomes 5 by 0.1 nothing but 50 అంటాం. 50 into 50 that is equal to 2500 newtons. 2500 newtons. This is the amount of force that is being applied by the wall on the bullet to stop that particular thing, right?